Bullying due to sexual orientation. Helping your child overcome the fear of being bullied for being different. Dear parents, today we will discuss a topic that may still be sensitive but is incredibly important in our modern parenting journey. How to support and protect our children, especially those in the LGBTQ community, from the issue of school bullying. Our society is becoming more open, but sadly, stigma and discrimination persist, sometimes manifesting in the cruelest ways through bullying, causing deep emotional wounds for our children. In today's conversation, we will explore the following key points. First, we need to understand what bullying targeting LGBTQ youth truly is and its alarming prevalence. Next, we will delve into the negative impacts this behavior can have on our children's mental and physical health. Most importantly, we will discuss specific ways parents can be a strong pillar of support, helping their children navigate these challenges, from listening and providing support to teaching them how to cope, intervening with schools, and seeking help when needed. Understanding bullying targeting the LGBTQ community. So, what do we mean by bullying aimed at gay or LGBTQ youth? Let's clarify this concept. Bullying, in this context, refers to when a young person repeatedly faces intentional negative actions from one or more individuals over an extended period. These actions are not limited to hurtful words, insults, or frightening threats but can also include physical attacks. In the digital age, bullying has extended to cyberspace, with harassing messages and anonymous threats on social media, creating relentless fear. It's crucial to emphasize that the term gay here is used broadly, encompassing all young people with diverse sexual orientations and gender identities, not just gay males. The statistics are startling. Research shows that up to 90% of LGBTQ youth in schools have experienced violence or harassment simply for being themselves. Even more concerning, 2/3 of them have faced sexual harassment, unacceptable violations. In Vietnam, while specific statistics are lacking, given global trends and the persistence of stigma, it's reasonable to assume that LGBTQ youth in our country also face a higher risk of bullying compared to their heterosexual peers. Invisible scars. The impact of bullying. We cannot underestimate the effects of bullying. It's clear that being bullied, in any form, leaves serious consequences. Let's explore the specific impacts on LGBTQ youth. First, it significantly erodes self-esteem. Children begin to doubt their worth, feeling unworthy of love and acceptance. This is often accompanied by feelings of isolation and alienation among peers and at school. Prolonged negative emotions can lead to depression, anxiety, and, most frighteningly, thoughts of self-harm or suicide. Puberty is already a turbulent time, as children navigate their personal identity, seek independence, and form their first romantic relationships. Unfortunately, many LGBTQ youth lack the understanding and support from family and society during this journey. The lack of support, combined with the burden of bullying and stigma, creates immense pressure, putting them at high risk for mental health issues. They may grow to hate school, turn to alcohol, tobacco, or drugs as a temporary escape, all of which increase the risk of depression and suicidal thoughts. However, we should not be overly pessimistic. There is always light at the end of the tunnel. Warm family support, positive friendships, and a safe, inclusive school environment are powerful remedies to mitigate these negative effects. Parental embrace. Supporting your child through the storm. When you learn that your child is being bullied, it's natural to feel anxious, confused, or even angry. However, the most important thing is to act calmly and effectively. So, what can parents do to truly help their child? Be there for your child. The first and most critical step is to show your child that you are always there, ready to listen and support them unconditionally. Bullying often leaves children feeling profoundly alone. So, embrace them and say, "You are not alone. We love you and will always be by your side." Create a safe space where your child can share everything. Showing empathy and understanding. Be an active listener, letting them know that no matter what happens, their family is their strongest refuge. Teach your child to protect themselves. Beyond being an emotional anchor, equip your child with skills to cope. Teach them to recognize potentially dangerous situations and how to disengage. They can learn to say firm statements like, "Don't talk to me like that," or "Leave me alone," and quickly move to crowded areas. Avoiding isolated spots. Guide them to seek help from trusted friends, teachers, or any adult they trust. The key is to avoid responding with violence or engaging with the bully while never staying silent. Your child needs to speak up to protect themselves. Communicate with the school. Should parents inform the school? Absolutely, and as soon as possible. Schools must be safe environments for all students. Proactively discuss your child's situation with their homeroom teacher and school administration. Provide clear, calm information and request intervention. Sometimes, parents can also suggest improvements to school policies or educational programs to foster a more inclusive and respectful environment. Take decisive action when necessary. If bullying persists despite discussions with the school, what then? It's time to take stronger, more decisive action. Continue engaging with the school, but now with greater firmness. Possibly submitting a formal report with evidence, if available. Show your child that you are doing everything to protect them. If the school fails to address the issue adequately, don't hesitate to escalate to higher authorities or even involve legal intervention if necessary to ensure your child's safety. A small note: be cautious about directly confronting the bully's parents, as this may not always be effective and could backfire. Pay close attention to your child's mental health. Last but not least, always monitor your child's mental health. Sudden changes like declining grades, loss of interest in hobbies, avoiding friends, changes in eating or sleeping habits, or unexplained crying can be signs of depression. Remember that LGBTQ youth are at higher risk of suicide than their peers. If you suspect your child is struggling mentally or having suicidal thoughts, don't delay. Seek help from psychiatrists, psychologists, or hotlines like Vietnam's National Child Protection Hotline at 111. Early intervention is the best way to help your child recover and rediscover joy in life. Dear parents, the journey of raising a child is never easy, and it becomes even more challenging when our children face stigma and bullying. But rest assured, with love, understanding, and the right actions, we can be a strong shield, helping our children confidently embrace their true selves and overcome any difficulties. Thank you for listening.